Welcome back to Lessons from the Front, and today I'm playing a game of bolt action against my friend Zul here at the Passeris Elias Community Centre. I'll be using my Germans against Zul's British. I'm going to be trying something new today. I'm going to be trying a forward artillery observer. I've never used one with my Germans before. Wish me luck.
Our game was played on a 3x4 foot table with 750 point armies. After rolling for the mission, the dice led us to play Seek and Destroy from the long table edges set up in a meeting engagement. The terrain was pretty symmetrical, so I decided to deploy on the far side of the table. This hopefully would give me an advantage of using that water tower as a lookout point for my mortar spotter. My army was made up of 2 platoons. The first was a rifle platoon which had an 8-man regular squad equipped with an LMG and 2 Panzerfausts. Alongside that I had 2 veteran 6-man squads, one armed with 6 SMGs and the other with 6 assault rifles. This platoon also included a veteran Panzerschreck team, a veteran sniper team and a regular 2-man forward observer, which I was playtesting today, and a veteran 2-man platoon commander team armed with assault rifles. My second platoon was a heavy weapons platoon. This one featured a regular mortar team with a spotter and a veteran medium machine gun. Now I'll hand over to Zul, who will walk us through his British Army list.
My lieutenant, 2 rifle squads with 2 Bren guns in it.
Yeah.
So 2 rifle squads with 3 SMGs.
Okay.
1 Piat team.
Okay.
A lorry.
Yeah.
1 M20 and 2 light armor car with medium engine gun.
So what are their veteran statuses?
They're all regulars.
All regular. Okay.
They're all regulars, yeah.
So, as you can see, Zul's British force was bringing 3 armoured cars to take on my infantry. I had opted to sacrifice armour in favour of better quality troops. But now I was facing a real dilemma. If I pushed forward, I had no doubt in my mind his mobile force would outmaneuver mine with ease. I only had 2 Panzerfaust single-shot weapons and a single Panzerschreck team after all. So, with limited options, I felt my best option was to turtle up. I chose to dig in and take up a defensive position in the woods. I had thought of maybe splitting my forces on the left and right, but after some consideration I thought no, it would be better for me to bring my force together in unity and let Zul come at me. Full credit to Zul for making a real game of the situation. He pushed forward with everything he had. He brought his 3 armoured cars, closely supported by infantry, directly towards the hill where I had positioned my platoon. At the same time, 2 of his SMG squads were being transported in a truck in a wide flanking manoeuvre toward my rear. The first casualty of the game occurred towards the end of turn 2 when I activated my sniper team that was lying in wait in ambush, taking out Zul's Piat team as he found himself in the open. The moment Zul's first squad crested the hill, I called in an off-table barrage, testing out the addition of a forward artillery observer in my list. The artillery struck at the start of turn 3, wiping out Zul's infantry on the hill and severely pinning the other squads. Bang, bang, bang. Wow, that was impressive. This bought me crucial time to solidify my defensive perimeter in the woods. Meanwhile, I used my spotter on the water tower to direct mortar fire at the trucks circling on the far side of the table. But unfortunately, I couldn't slow its advance. Zul swung his truck round from behind the rocky outcrop, disembarking his first SMG squad into the wheat field. I immediately activated my ambush, letting rip with my MMG team. Then, together with support from my mortar team, we were able to whittle down and destroy this first SMG squad. Recognizing the threat that my heavy weapons platoon, the medium mortar and the MMG, posed to his second SMG squad still in the truck, Zul moved forward his 2 armoured cars. One of these successfully took out my spotter that was on top of the water tower, effectively blinding my mortar for the rest of the game. But the other couldn't neutralize my veteran MMG, which had made excellent use of the cover provided by the woods. With Zul supporting the advance of his armoured cars with the remaining Bren gun squad, my forward artillery observer began to feel the pressure of being the only other team defending the edge of the wood, along with the sniper team. However, now that Zul had committed his armoured cars, I felt the time was right to not only relieve the forward artillery observer and sniper of their duties by bringing forward my 2 6-man veteran squads, but to also spring my trap and use my Panzerschreck team to fire a flanking shot at the side of the closest armoured car. Having moved to within point-blank range, I needed a 3 to hit. But unfortunately for the Panzerschreck team, their shot flew harmlessly over the top of Zul's vehicle and was in turn ruthlessly dealt with in the subsequent turn. However, my veteran squads did deal decisively with Zul's last infantry squad on his right, in front of the wood, the hapless Brits being mowed down in the open. Zul's second armoured car, having already failed to take out the MMG nest, turned its attention on the 8-man regular squad that was making its way to the edge of the forest. Again, at point-blank range, it failed to do much more damage than a pin and 1 casualty. The regular squad then turned its attention on Zul's armoured car, taking it out with one of its 2 Panzerfausts. My regular squad then turned its full attention on Zul's second SMG team that had disembarked from the truck into the wheat field. Along with the support from the MMG team, they completely annihilated Zul's last remaining infantry squad. On the other side of the wood, my veteran squads burst forth from their cover and hurled grenades into the open compartment of the Greyhound, disabling Zul's second armoured car. With 1 armoured car left, Zul decided it was time to withdraw to fight another day.
Okay, Zul. So we've had our game, and it was interesting. What I found fascinating in this game was the compositions of the army.
Oh yeah.
So I was like entirely
Infantry. Based,
and you had a nice balanced army.
Yeah. A mixed mechanized infantry.
Yeah. And I must admit, when I saw Zul's beautifully painted Brits and with all those vehicles, I got a little scared. So what did you call it? What did I do?
You turtle up.
Turtled up. In other words, I found myself hiding in a wood. Anyway, but I was just asking you off camera now. My infantry-based platoon has no vehicles. It's largely veteran. You were suggesting what?
Trying to be a regular, probably either entirely regular army or a regular veteran mix.
So a mix of regular and veteran, not just because
yeah.
mine's like almost entirely veteran.
Yeah, and I think yours are primarily veterans, and because of that, you hindered your movement.
Yeah,
where you're not as mobile as you could be.
Yeah. So your army, when you arrived today, I felt had a nice balance. Why did you pick, like, what goes through your head when picking an army?
I prefer aesthetic.
Okay, so you like the look. You like to have something that looks good.
It's not just that. I prefer an army that's closer to the realistic historical
list. So historical British platoon like this would
Yeah.
What does it have in that you put into your army?
Typically, in the 10-man squad,
Yeah.
there would be 2 brand guns, but I tried to condense it, so 5 men,
Right.
5 men with 2 brand
Oh,
guns.
because you had 2 squads of 5.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay,
But
so-
it's not really realistic since I've got 5 men with 2 brand, 5 men with 2 brand.
All right.
Yeah,
but you wanted the brain guns. You
I wanted
wanted the
brand gun.
stands.
I wanted something that could deal with infantry.
Right.
Even while I'm being mobile.
Right.
And
So how did you make your infantry mobile then?
I had lorries. I mean, a single lorry. But,
Yeah. So in a bigger army, you'd have more
I had more lorries. Yeah.
Right.
So
So-
to make them a bit more mobile instead of to catch up with the vehicles.
So from what I could see is your army it was mobile by giving them transport, and
Yep.
it was hard punching by giving them
Armor.
the brain guns.
Yeah,
When I
and
talk about the infantry,
stand
by
gun.
giving them brain guns or stands. So
stand, yeah.
lots of dice.
Yep.
So you get to the infantry quick,
Yep.
and then you
just
pour
punch
in
them.
lots of
Yeah.
fire. Right.
Yeah.
And then you have the armored cars to support them.
Support. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in case any medium tanks appear.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's basically to deal with anything heavy that comes to the
Yeah.
table. Okay, that's good. Well, your army is really beautiful. Thank you for playing today.
And thank you to you guys for watching and supporting the channel. Zul and I hope that you enjoyed the contents of our video, our after action report. Zul and I would also like to thank the Elias CC for hosting us in this really nice venue. Until next time, happy gaming!